Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this live section today, and I hope you can actually hear me. Today we'll be digging deep into pure price action for beginners, and I promise you it's going to be worth your time. I welcome each and everyone on this call. This is our first live, and we're getting fully set to trade tomorrow. Please, can you hear me and can you see my screen? Let me know if you can in the comment section, please. Okay, so in order not to waste our time, I'll get straight to business, and I can tell you this live call is the best you will ever join in the beginning of this year, right? So I want us to be very very attentive, pay attention to details, and let's learn something meaningful, right? Let's learn something meaningful today. So basically, just like the name inscribed, pure price action, we're basically dealing in market structure as always. Market structure will be breaking down the charts from the beginning, from the start fully, and we'll be drawing up signals from this market analysis into what the market, right, into what the market overview for the week is going to be. Um, PS, we'll be looking at SCUSD, we'll be looking at BTC USD, and we'll also be looking at other pairs depending on your interest, right? We're looking at other pairs. So we'll be breaking down, right, pure price action, what pure price action entails, market structure, top-down analysis, multi-time frame analysis. We'll be looking into each segment of pure price action. We'll be digging deep into each segment of pure price action in order for you to kickstart Forex the proper way in 2026, right? So let's get straight to business. Without any further ado, let's get straight to business. So just like I said at the start of our call, they'll be mainly dealing in multi-time frame analysis, and I think that's the best way to actually look at the chart. Multi-time frame analysis, doing your analysis from the higher time frame. The higher time frame helps you to evade the noise going on the chart. The noise going on the chart. It helps you to trade without. It helps you to trade fear or panic. It helps you to trade without fear or panic, and you're able to like see the overview. You're able to see the trend clearly and be able to get a better understanding of where the trend is actually heading and where you should be on at the moment, right? That's what multi-time frame analysis helps you do. By some people's results, when you see some big traders holding trades for a very long time, you might see some people on buys, right? You might see some people holding their buys from somewhere around here, and you see them holding it as long as this area. Why? They simply have. It's not like they know better than you, right? It's not like they know better than you. It's simply because they have an understanding of what they have an understanding of the trend, and they're able to get in at a very good level, and they're able to just do what ride the trend. They're able to follow the trend properly without any fear of panic, and that's what the financial institutions as well do, right? That's what the financial institutions do. They're able to spot the trends. They're able to spot their major support and resistance level, and just like there's no trader that doesn't trade with support and resistance. Why? Those are major zones. Those are where even the people trading with millions, people trading with billions of dollars, they trade from these major zones. They trade from higher time frame zones, because you don't in the market, right? You want to be trading from significant zones, and that's why you be surprised, right? If you study your chart, or you try to just, if you are new to trading and you just open your chart and you try to like what's going on, you notice that there are some zones that immediately market tap into this area. Even if it's not, you notice that there are some levels that immediately market tap into this area. It just started buying, or it just started selling. It just started like it just reacted to the level and started going crazy, started going aggressive, and you'll be surprised. Why? The simple answer to that question is that there are a lot of positions pending orders resting at those zones. And where do those pending orders rest? The rest are those major zones. The rest are zones where the financial institutions, the big boys that move the market, are waiting to do what? To execute their positions. And that's exactly what's happening, right? Are we together? So that's exactly what's happening. And that's why you see markets react aggressively to those zones. and you just get surprised. The same thing happened last week as well, right? You just get surprised. So how do we spot these zones? It's part of what we'll be doing today as well. How do we spot these zones? How do we trade these zones properly? Right? How do I do my multi-time frame analysis? Looking at the clear chart, where do I start from? What am I supposed to do? Looking at the clear chart, or when I wake up in the morning, what is the first thing? Just like the first thing to do is to do what? Go to your economic calendar and check if there's any. Check out the news events that is happening that day, the high impact news event that is happening that day, right? Check out the high impact news event that is happening that day. Um, just have it at the back of your mind. Okay, I'm expecting high volatility in this particular time. I'm expecting this. Whether you're trading a particular account that doesn't allow you to go crazy on news, you'll be notified, so you don't be caught up in the move, right? So let's get straight to business, and I welcome each and everyone to this live call. Again, keep dropping your questions in the comment section. I can see you. Okay, so multi-time frame analysis. Right here we are on the daily time frame, right? What are we basically looking at? We're basically trying to what? Identify our trend, right? And just like that's the foundation to trading. That's the foundation to trading. In anything you do, you want to be trading the trend. You want to have a basic understanding of the trend of the markets, so you can be able to like follow through. Do you understand what I'm saying? And on this daily time frame, it's very very clear that what XAUSD is strongly bullish. XAUSD is strongly bullish, and we have to do what? We have to be able to. This just giving us a clue of what we should be doing, right? So on the daily time frame, XAUSD is strongly bullish, right? Do we agree to that in the comment section, guys? The XAUSD is strongly bullish, right? And what makes up a bullish trend? When we see series of words, what makes up a bullish trend? When we see series of words, guys, when we see series of higher highs and lower highs, that's what makes up a bullish trend, right? Are we together? So when we see series of higher highs and lower highs, that's what makes up a bullish trend, right? Something like this. So we understand that what this is going up, right? So this is a bullish trend, right? Do you agree with me? This is a bullish trend, right? And just like vice versa for downtrend as well. We have vice versa for downtrend as well. When you see the market creating series of what? Lower highs and lower lows, right? When you see the market creating series of lower highs and lower lows, right? That's a downtrend, right? So looking at this structure, looking at these two market scenarios, okay, we have three market scenarios basically, and we also have the consolidation market. We have the consolidation market, which can also be referred to as the market, right? Sideway market. And we also have the last one. We also have the last one, which is the choppy market. We have the choppy market. The choppy market is the market condition you don't even want to be in. Even if you want to trade properly, you shouldn't be on this consolidation too, right? The choppy market can be a very crazy one. Like there's no particular high and there's no particular low. So it's very very hard for you to trade it properly, right? So this is an example of the choppy market, right? This is an example of the choppy market. This is an example of an uptrend, right? Series of highs, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, right? And looking at this downtrend, we have an high, we have a low, we have a new low, we have a lower high, because this level right here is an high as well, but it's lower than the last high. We have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, low, and a significant low. But market is doing what? It's consolidating between them, and we have this sideway market, which is very very bad to be in, right? So those are the market scenarios that we actually have. Hi, bro. After a long time, yes, man. You're welcome. So those are the market scenarios that we actually do have, right? These are the market scenarios that we have, but you don't want to be in this sideway movement, right? You don't want to be in this chubby market. You don't want to be in this chubby market at all. You really don't want to be in this chubby market, and you can as well trade this. So you don't want to be in this chubby market. This to trade this consolidation market, like I always say, you have to just mark out your significant high point and your significant low, and just do what? Try to sell from the high, buy from the low, right? But this chubby market is not something you want to be in if you don't want to lose money, right? And that's one thing I'm coming to realize these days as well. That's one thing I'm coming to realize these days. So these are an uptrend as well. So looking at these market scenarios that have given us, right, it's very, very clear to us that this current daily time frame is what is strongly bullish, right? We're on an uptrend. We're on an uptrend, right? So since the daily time frame has given us on an uptrend, what do we have to do? Go down to a lower time frame, which is the 4 hours time frame, right? As a day trader, that's as a day trader, as a swing trader, you look at the market differently as well, right? So on this 4 hours time frame, what can we basically see here on this 4 hours time frame? We can clearly see from this 4 hours time frame that what we're still strongly bullish in this market scenario, right? We're still strongly bullish. And just like I said, what makes up an uptrend? What makes up an uptrend? Series of higher highs and lower highs, right? And looking at this 4 hours time frame, we can basically see that we have what? We have highs. We have highs, right? Very, very clear to us that we have what? We have highs. Even the sellers try to come into the market, but last week what happened? Market is creating significant highs as well. So on this day, on this 4 hours time frame, we've also been able to establish that what we're strongly bullish, we're strongly on an uptrend. So what do we have to do right here? Let's try to mark out our significant support and resistance, right? Do you guys agree with me that that's the next thing for us to do? Do you agree with me that that's the next thing to do? We have to mark out our significant what? Our recent highs. Our recent highs. And those will be our what? Those will be our POI. Those will be our point of interest, right? Those will be our point of interest. So what do we have to do? Which levels can you see right here? Okay, so we have significant resistance and support levels right here. And we just have to do what? We have to mark them out. Those are the levels. Those are the levels we have to be trading from. And just like I was saying the other time, let me go to the 30 minutes to show you something quickly. Just like I was saying the other time, right? Just like I was saying the other time, right? That there are some levels that immediately market gets into. You just see markets reacting crazily and start moving aggressively from, right? Just for example, look at this level. This is a major zone, right? This is a major resistance level, right? Right? This is a major resistance level. And what happened? What did the market do? The market, the sellers were holding this level strong, and the buyers could not break above this level. But what happened at the end of the day, when the buyers had enough momentum to break above this level, market came back to and can you see the market immediately market tapped into this zone back. What happened? Massive move. It was going crazy. It started buying massively, right? It started buying massively. And these are examples of zones that I want to be on. These are examples of zones want to pay attention to, right? Zones we want to pay attention to. Are you with me? So these are examples of zones we want to pay attention to. So let's go back to the 4 hours time frame, like I was saying. We want to do what? We want to pay attention to. These are the types of zones we want to pay attention to, right? We want to pay attention to. So what do we have here on the 4 hours time frame? Just try to mark out our zones, right? And see how market came back to that zone again as well. Like it really respected this zone, right? There was a tap back into this zone and it's bought again, right? So right here, what do we have to do? Let's mark out our recent zones, right? We also have another zone right here. I hope you guys can hear me though. Please let me see your feedback in the comment section so I can know we're in the flow together, right? So we have another zone right here. Do you agree with me that we have another zone right here? I hope you can see this zone though. I hope you can see this zone.
Who is that?
We have another we have another zone
Okay,
right
ma.
here. So we have another zone right here. Do you agree with me that this is a zone? Do you guys agree with me that this is a zone? Do you agree with me that this right here is a zone? This one right here. Do you agree with me that this is a zone? This is an eye, right? This is an eye, and the sellers, in the market got to this level, we started selling, right? Market started selling, immediately got to this level. But now what's happening? The buyers are getting momentum and they've been able to break that level to the top side. But do you agree with me first? I want to hear your feedback. Do you agree with me that this is a zone? Let me hear from you. Do you agree with me that this right here is a zone? Do you agree with me that this is a zone? Okay, Olaya is saying yes. Okay. Exactly. You don't have to think much about it. That's a zone, right? That's a significant zone as well, right? And this is on the higher time frame, right? We're on the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, we are able to evade all the noise, and we're able to pinpoint those major zones, those zones where the financial institutions are resting their positions, where they have pending orders, right? Where they have pending orders, right? And which other zone can we see right here? So let's try to mark out three significant zones, right? Do you agree with me? Let's try to mark out three significant zones. We also have this eye. This is the last eye that we have right here. Eye this week. There are high chances of market getting to this all-time high this week as well. High chances of market getting to this all-time high this week. I didn't intentionally use this, and I just tried to mark it out with this because I don't want our chart looking too busy, right? Are we together? Okay. So, like I was saying, so we've been able to mark out our three recent I have to pay attention to. So we have a resistance here. The market has retested and became a support, right? And any reaction that market give us at this zone as well can be the basic of our what, depending on how the interaction between the market is going to be, how the interaction between currency pairs, right? How dollar is going to react this week, right? We're definitely going to see. And just like before the 1970s, people they discarded technical analysis, and they were mainly on what, fundamental analysis, dealing with models, theories to trade basically. And even as of then, if you are a technical analyst, if you trade using technical analysis, they tend to see you as a madman. They tend to see you as a mad person, that what's these jargons that you're doing. But sincerely, it's of no doubt, right, that what people have actually been able to prove with results that what technical analysis do work, and people have been able to like blend technical analysis with fundamental analysis properly as well to trade, right? And are printing what massive results. But just like in trading, that you ended up in loss or you took a loss doesn't mean you are wrong, right? Most of the time, it doesn't really mean you are wrong. It doesn't mean your analysis is wrong or you're not a better analyst or whatever. There are a lot of errors that can actually make a setup wrong, right? And just like in trading, like I always tell anyone I have one-on-one discussion with in trading, we have two major errors in trading. We have two major errors in trading. We have the method error, we have the method error, and we have the psychological error. We have the method error and we have the psychological error. I hope you can see this. We have the method error and we have the psychological error. Now I can boldly tell you that majority of our loss in trading come from this psychological error, right? They come from these psychological mistakes. They come from these psychological mistakes. Majority of our, which is the doubt, the fear of losing, the fear of missing out, FOMO, and all of those stuffs, right? Do you agree with me? So these, so majority of our errors as well come from that. But we'll do what? Trading is a marathon. Like someone very close to me will always say, trading is a marathon, and we'll have to do what? Just have to keep turning up and showing up daily, and what we'll definitely get there, right? So on this 4 hour time frame, without miss our time, I don't want us to stay here too long, but I just want to make sure that we actually gain something meaningful from this class as well. On this 4 hours time frame, we've been able to mark out our significant zones, right? So what else do we have to do? Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame, right? And be able to arrive at a conclusion on what we are basically expecting this week on the 1 hour time frame, right? So exactly, I love how clear this chart is right here. So on the 1 hour time frame, we can basically see that those are still the significant zones that we have, right? Do you agree with me? Those are still our significant zones. Those are still our significant zones. Let me try bring it closer. Those are still our significant zones. Okay. There was some kind of like consolidation zone right here. There was some kind of consolidation zone right here, and there was a high between the consolidation, which is right here, right? Do you agree with me? Which is right here. The market has respected that level already. See, it's bought here. And what? It's bought above that level. There was a retest at that level. And what? We finally had a break above this level, right? And having a break above this significant high, it's basically telling us two things, right? It's basically telling us two things, that the buyers are either going to continue moving massively, which is 80% chances that what the buyers are going to keep buying aggressively. The buyers are going to keep buying aggressively above that level, and we have to look for a way to do what? To join in the trend, to join in the trend and be able to do what? To follow the ride, right? We have to be able to do what? To follow the ride. Let me remove this for now. We have to be able to do what? To follow the ride, right? Do you agree with me? And there are high chances of markets buying up to this all-time high this week as well. High chances of markets buying up to this all-time high this week. The high chance of market buying or breaking even this all-time high this week. But what? Depending on the reaction of the market, depending on the printout that we actually get on the chart, right? And this week, let's try to avoid rigidity, right? Let's try not to be rigid and try to be flexible, both mentally flexible enough to be able to what? Spot change of structures, spot change of structures, trade properly, evade the noise, and majorly do what? Trade from higher time frame zones only. Trade from higher time frame zones only. Trade from higher time frame zones only. So looking at these structures happening right here, what do we think? What do we think is going to happen? What do we think is going to happen? Where do we think we can get our buy from? Looking at this structure right here. Okay, let's try to bring in a trend line, right? Let's try to bring in our trend line. So for trend lines, what do? We have to spot our two recent lows, right? We have to be able to spot our two recent lows and do what? When we get the third touch of those trend line, we execute our orders, right? We execute our orders at third touch of those trend lines, right? So I have a low right here. Do you agree with me that this is one of the recent low? We have a low right here, and we have another low right here. So bringing this together, basically telling us that what? Is this trend line valid? Let me hear from you guys. Is this trend line valid, guys? Let me hear from you. Is this trend line valid? When you're spotting your trend line, you have to basically draw from what? Your two recent lows, right? You have to draw from your two recent lows. And on this trend basically, we are strongly bullish. So we are not expected to do what? To do any other thing than what? Get an opportunity to buy. Then get an opportunity to do what? To buy. Get an opportunity to do what? To buy. Get an opportunity to buy, right? Get an opportunity to buy. And that's exactly what we are going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. So we have a low, right? For an uptrend. When we're trying to draw a trend line for the upside, we have to spot our two recent lows, right? We have a low right here, we have a new low right here, and we're doing what? We're expecting a new touch, creating the third touch, right? Do you agree with me? Creating the third touch for us to actually, right? We've gotten the second touch as well. Now, it's even becoming very, very much interesting because second touch was able to break above this significant resistance level, right? And the fact that it has broken above this significant resistance level is giving us the sign that what the buyers are still actively in this market and they are ready to take price as high as possible, right? They are ready to take the price as high as possible, as high as possible. So without further ado, what do we have to do? Expect a third touch either at this level and what? Target this all-time high. I want the same page, guys. I want the same page. Do you actually understand this concept? Do you understand this analysis? So basically, what we'll be expecting, basically be expecting our third touch, which can come here or even give us some fake breakouts back into this level, right? And what? Scale to the top, scale to the top, scale to the top, right? So this is what I'm basically expecting for tomorrow. This is what I'm basically expecting for tomorrow to get on the buy, and I'll be targeting this all-time high. But like I said about being rigid as well, we need to be very, very flexible, right? We need to be very, very flexible in order not to be rigid on, okay, I want to get on the buy and this. If we see any change in structure, we have to still be what? Flexible enough. We need to be very what? We need to also be what? Flexible enough to do what? To react to it the proper way, right? To react to it the proper way. So what I'm basically expecting for tomorrow is for market to do what? Give us a third touch of this trend line. Give us a third touch of this trend line. And do what? And be able to buy massively from here. I don't know if you get this concept. Do you guys understand this analysis? Are we on the same page, guys? Do you understand this analysis? I've actually missed doing analysis with you guys, oh, for real. I've missed doing analysis with you guys, and it's even possible for this buy to start from here. That's what I was saying about if market gives a fake breakout below that trend line, right? And we're able to get any bullish momentum back above this trend line, then we're going to get in, right? Do you understand that concept now? On gold right now, the what's it called? It's very the stop loss recently due to the volatility in the market. Okay, Olaya is saying clear. Nice. I've missed you, man. So that's actually very very cool, right? That's actually very very cool. It's been a while doing analysis here, bro. For real, and I actually missed it. So I'm happy that we're actually back. It was actually due to my network area after traveling back to Nigeria, though. So that's the main reason. But I've been able to resolve that, and I've been able to get something better. I've been able to get a better network, so we should be good. We should be good. So this is basically what I'm expecting for tomorrow. This is what I'm expecting for tomorrow, and as well, like I will always say, and I'm repeating it again. If there's a change in the structure of this market, there's no point. There's no point being rigid on getting on the buy. Just for example, if markets break this level to the downside massively like this, automatically what's happening? The sellers are trying to do something, or even we can still say buy. But anything that's making markets break this level totally like this, it automatically signaling what the sellers are coming into this market, right? Basically signaling that the what sellers are getting into this market, right? So we shouldn't be rigid, and we should just do what we should be able to trade properly, right? And just like I said, I was starting a challenge tomorrow as well. I'll drop the information on Telegram after this live stream. I'll drop the information on Telegram after this live stream. So do we understand this analysis? And are we on the same page? Do you understand this analysis? And are we on the same page, guys? Do you understand this analysis? What's your view about this analysis? Let me hear from you now in the comment section. Do you understand this analysis? Is it complex? Is anything did I do anything crazy? Like, do you understand everything? We've done this analysis. The trend is bullish, right? The trend is bullish, strongly bullish, right? The trend is strongly bullish, right? The trend is strongly bullish. And what I've been able to do, I've been able to spot our major support and resistance level, right? We've been able to spot our major support and resistance level. We've been able to apply our trend line from the two recent lows rather, because we're trying to get an uptrend. We've been able to apply our trend line from the two recent lows, and what we're basically using for market to give us a fake break, right, before moving properly. But we can get our entry from here or get our entry from here, depending on the reaction of the market, right? But I want to be very very patient. That's why I'm just putting it here. Do you understand now? Now, I'll be targeting our all-time high. We'll be targeting our all-time high. So do you understand this analysis? Please let me hear from you guys, please. Let me hear from you. Let me hear from you. Do you understand this analysis? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? I think that's all for gold. That's all for gold. Which other currency pair do you want us to look into before we call it a day? One more currency pair and we're done. One more currency pair and we're done. So this year I want us to very, very disciplined. I want us to trade properly for you. I want us to trade properly for you. I want us to trade properly. And every single trade we take, I want us to be very, very intentional about the trade. I want us to be very, very intentional about every trade that we take. I want us to be very, very intentional about every single trade that we take, right? I want us to be very, very intentional. So which other currency pair do you want us to look into? If you're on this live call and you want to like the video so YouTube recommend it to more people, right? Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Let me hear your feedback from the comment section, please. Let me hear your feedback from the comment section. Let me hear your feedback from the comment section. And which currency pair do you want us to look into? What somebody's asking a good question. Yeah. Somebody's asking a very good question right here. 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 That what if it break below the support? I will explain that. So just like this is our first live stream in 2026. This is our first live stream in 2026. So we've been able to break down XAUSD chart from the beginning to the end, basically following what? Following the trend and drop the proper analysis, right? So we're expecting the third chart of this trend line, or probably we get a fake breakout, right? We will get a fake breakout as well, right? So somebody's asking that what if it break below the trend? right? What if it breaks below the support rather? What if it breaks below the support? So I'm going to be attending to that question as well. So this week, I want us to be very, very intentional. Join the Telegram channel if you are not on the Telegram channel as well, right? And let's get leads. You know we have a target, right? Go to January 1st. What I posted on Telegram channel was our target, right? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I'm very, very intentional about that. It may seem impossible, but every number is very, very achievable. I tell you, for real. I've seen niggas do crazy number in this forex industry, and they are not smarter than we are, right? They're not smarter than we are, so we're definitely getting there, right? So let me answer the question real quick. So what if market break below the support, just like Olaya is asking? What if market break below the support? Olaya, before digging deep, which support are you talking about? This one, right? Are you talking about this one? Let me ask him properly. Are you talking about this support that market break this level? Is that what you're saying? Ola, yeah, is that what you're saying? Is that the support you're talking about? Is that the support level you're talking about? That market break below it? Is that the support level you're talking about? That what if market breaks? The trend line. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, say the trend line. Okay, good. So sometimes, if you're very familiar with trend line, we have sometimes the market might break this trend line and retest this level and still buy. And you'll be like, why? Why did he do that? Now, the only reason I can tell you to look for sell in this trade is, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. This is support right here. This level right here is a support. Do you understand? This right here is a support. This is significant resistance level, right? This is a resistance level, and it's becoming what? A support. If market breaks this trend line and breaks this support, now let me give you the scenario where we can be expecting to sell. Let me give you the scenario where we can be expecting to sell in this market condition, right? The only scenario where we can be expected to sell in this market condition, if market creates some kind of like equal high and the momentum is very, very massive, and it breaks this trend line and breaks this support to the downside and give us at least something like this, right? If it breaks as much as this, we can basically do what? Change our bias from looking for buy opportunity to do what? Expecting sell. And where are we going to get the sell? The retest of the trend line, right? To target the sell. Do you understand that concept? Do we understand this concept? Do we understand this concept? Let me hear from you guys. So are we on the same page now? Let me come again. Let me come again. For those that don't get that concept. For those that don't get that concept. For those that don't get that concept, let me come again. So, like I said, the only scenario that we can start looking for opportunity to sell in this market scenario, and just like Olaya adds that, like I was saying, the only scenario that can make us to start looking for opportunity to sell in this market scenario, and like someone asked, that what if market breaks the support? If market breaks this support or breaks this trend line rather, market can break this trend line, support, and this trend line. If market breaks this trend line massively and break this support, and you're able to study the momentum, right? Then we can be looking for opportunity to sell. If market does something like this, now let me remove this for a second. If market does something like this, right? If market does something like this, maybe market created an equal high and the momentum is so great that market breaks this trend line and this support massively and gives us something like this, a break up to this level, then we can be doing what? We can be expecting corrections back to this level. Are we correct? Can be expecting corrections back to this level and do what? That's when we can be looking for button to sell. Do you understand that concept now? So this is the only scenario where we can be looking for button to sell. But any other thing from there, the trend is strongly bullish, and we should be only looking for what to buy. Okay, he's saying he understands now. Okay, that was very, very good. Right? So any other question, and which other currency pair do you want us to look into before calling the day? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? So this is the only scenario where you can be looking for a button to sell. If market breaks this level, breaks this trend line massively to the downside, breaks this support as well, massively to the downside, there can be expecting what? A correction back to the trend line. to sell, right? Are we together? So that's the only scenario where we can be looking forward to get ourselves from here, right? Looking forward to get ourselves from here and target this level first, right? Stop loss will be where above the trend line as well. Are we together? We're on the same page now. I want the same page. So I think I've been able to answer that. Any other question? Somebody wants us to check out BTC USD. Somebody wants us to check out BTC USD. We all agree. I want somebody else answering. I want to hear from. I want to hear from somebody else though. I want to hear from somebody else. I want two people to at least support the BTC USD, right? I want at least two people to support the BTC USD, right? I want at least two people to support the BTC USD. I actually have an analysis drawn up on BTC USD that I'm expecting. I have an analysis drawn up on BTC USD that I'm watching out for. I have an analysis drawn up on BTC USD that I'm watching out for as well. Basically, I have an analysis drawn up on BTC USD that I'm looking out for. So I want at least two people supporting the BTC USD. How many people want us to check out BTC USD? I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. This is supposed to be interactive, right? This is supposed to be very, very interactive, right? This is supposed to be interactive, right? Do you guys agree with me that this is supposed to be interactive? So I want to hear from you. Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? If you are yet to subscribe, endeavor to do so. I don't think it actually takes you anything though, right? Just for us to basically learn together and be able to reach out to more people, right? If you agree with me, basically for us to be able to reach out to more people and we learn together. Do you agree? Do you agree with me? Basically for us to be able to reach out to more people. Okay, so so I want to hear from you. Which other currency pair do you want us to look into? Well, we have you guys on this call, but you guys don't want to come interact, right? Can you see my BTC USD chart? Can you see my BTC USD chart? Can you see my BTC USD chart, guys? Can you see my BTC USD chart? Okay, very good. Okay, Murphy, I see you. I see you, man. Been a while though. How have you been? Okay, Murphy's also saying we should check out BTC USD. So I have two people supporting BTC USD now. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into it. Okay, BTC USD. Looking at this daily time frame, what can you basically see right here? Looking at the daily time frame, what can we see from looking at this daily time frame? What can we see, guys? Nothing other than what BTC USD has been strongly bearish, right? It has been strongly bearish. BTC USD has been strongly bearish. I'm going to end this call in 10 minutes time, so I'm going to try as much as possible to do a quick breakdown of what I'm saying. So BTC USD has been what strongly bearish, right? Do you agree with me? But at the same time, it has been strongly bearish. But we need to pay attention to what? We need to pay attention to something. All I is saying here, bearish. Somebody saying bearish, right? I agree with you, man. So we need to pay attention to something at the same time. The market is bearish, but for a downtrend to continue, what happened? What does market has to do? Market has to continue printing series of lower highs and lower lows, right? So this market created a new lower low. It's created a new lower high. Supposed to create a new lower low. It's created a new low that is higher than the last low. This is a higher low, right? Instead of a lower low. Market created an higher low instead of a lower low. So that's beginning to shift what our view. That's beginning to shift our mentality a bit. That's just giving us a clue. It's not the only reason for us to just jump in and start looking for opportunity to buy, right? Do you agree with me? That's not enough reason to start looking for opportunity to just jump in on the buy, right? But market, pay attention, right? Let's try to pay attention and study something together. Looking at this BTC, the buyers have not fully taken control, right? But the sellers are not maintaining their move either. I don't know. I don't know if you get that concept. I don't know if you get that concept. The sellers are not maintaining their move, but the buyers are not taking control either. And why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? Let's look at something. Let me quickly open your eyes to something. Right? See what happened right here. Market created a new lower low that will be lower than this last one. These are basically corrections, right? Market corrected up to this level. And it's supposed to do what? After correction, what happened? Market is supposed to continue the move and create a new lower low. But what happened right here? Market failed to create a new lower low and created a new low that is higher than the last low. This is an higher low instead of a new lower low. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yeah, Murphy saying it has been good, nice, bro. Happy to hear that, man. Yeah, somebody saying it's like it's ranging exactly. It's more like it has been ranging, kind of exactly. Exactly, though. That's very, very true. It's more like it has been ranging. But we need to, it's giving us some mental shift that we should do what? It's giving us some mental shift that we have to pay attention to as well. So market failed to give us a new lower low on the daily time frame. And it's giving us what? A new low that is higher than the last one. So this is an higher low, right? This is also an higher low. If you look at this thing right here, it's kind of a bit higher than this one as well. Do you accept that this low right here is higher than this one? Look at where this week ended. Let me do that for you. This week closed here, right? But see this one. Did you see that this one didn't come as far as that one? Can you see? So this low as well is kind of even higher than this last low as well. So automatically it's giving us some shift that what this trend is trying to change into being bullish. It's trying to change into being bullish, and fundamentally as well. Not fundamental. That's not fundamental. Kind of. That's not fundamental. There's no fundamental. I was going to say something, but let me not say that now. But as well, for the buyers to actually take full control of this market, they have to be able to break above this significant resistance level, right? Because as long as they've not been able to break above this significant resistance level, anything can still happen. Anything can still happen. The sellers can still take control and still try to push price what? And still try to push price lower, right? But let's check out the lower time frame and see what's actually happening. We are right here on the daily time frame, right? I've been able to print meaning to this chart. What's that? Can you see my chart, please? I don't know what's going on though. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to stop this though. Can you see my chart, guys? Okay. I think we're having a bit of lag here. Actually, I have some analysis drawn up on. So damn, this is nice, bro. I'm trying to get us back on BTC. Okay, so we're good, right? We're good, right? So for the buyers to fully take on BTC chart as well, what's going to happen? They need to give us signs. They need to give us an indication that what they're ready to buy. They need to give us signs and start this level, right? And start by breaking above this level. Okay, I think it's actually there. And start by breaking above this level, right? So the buyers need to fully break above this level for us to agree that they are what? They are ready to buy as well. Move. Right? So let's check out the 4 hours time frame and see what's actually happening in real time. Let's check out the 4 hours time frame. Let's check out the 4 hours time frame and see what's happening in real time. So you can see right here on the 4 hours time frame what has been happening. Sincerely, more of consolidations. The sellers are holding this zone strong. And anything that makes the buyers break above this zone that the sellers are holding strong as well, we're going to be having good buy moves. We're going to be having good buy moves. We're sincerely going to be having good buy moves. Right? We're going to be having good buy moves. So looking at this structure, let's try to mark out our significant zones. Do you agree with me? Let's try to mark out our significant zones. We have some significant zones right here. The market has also been reacting to. The market has also been reacting to, right? And even looking at this zone, is my chart showing, please? Somebody saying my chart is not showing. Let me cancel the sharing and start the sharing again. Sorry about that, guys. Can you see my charts now? Can you see my charts now? I'm ending this call soon. I'm ending this call very soon. Like a few minutes time, I'm ending this call. Okay. Can you see my screen now, please? So looking at what's happening on the 4 hours time frame, right? I don't want to waste any more time here. Looking at what's happening on the 4 hours time frame, right? The buyers are trying to they're trying to get into this market. There was a strong selling zone right here. There was a strong selling zone right here. That was the buyers broke and they came to this high as well. Now what's happening? There were corrections, right? And looking at this correction, it's more like the buyers are trying to get into this market, right? Do you agree with me that it's looking like the buyers are trying to get into this market, right? Looking at the corrections, looking at the corrections, it's more like the buyers are trying to get into the market, right? Looking at the correction, it's more like the buyers are trying to get into this market. But in this 4 hours time frame as well, we have this zone right here. I have this minus zone right here. That it will be preferable for us to get a break above this level. It will be preferable for us to get a break above this level before looking for opportunity to buy. I don't know if you get that concept. It will be preferable for us to get break above this level before looking for opportunity to buy. It will be preferable for us to get break above this level before looking for opportunity to buy. So I will only be looking for me personally. I will only be looking for opportunity to buy BTC if I BTC USD if I get a break above this level. If I get a break above this level, that's when I will only be interested to buy. Do you understand? That's when I will only be interested to buy. If I get a break above this level, meaning I'll be looking for see what's happening. Self. It's like there was a current news that just dropped on BTC. They're saying the current BTC move is in disbelief. So I think that's one of the things actually moving this BTC as well. But looking at what's happening right here as well, if BTC gives us a new low, if BTC is able to give us a new low, then do what? We're looking for what to sell, right? Don't even think of any other thing. We start to do what? Look for what to sell. Expect corrections back to this level and what? Start looking for what to sell. So this is my basic two view on BTC. But if I'm going to buy BTC, I'm only going to be waiting for what? Some buying momentum back to this level. And when I see clear structures or break above this level, break above this zone, then I'm going to be looking for to buy BTC. But any other thing from there, don't think I have interest in it. Right? Do you understand that? Do you understand these concepts now? Do you understand these concepts now? Do you understand these concepts now? I think that's all for today. I hope you actually get this concept behind this BTC, right? I hope you get the concept behind this BTC. I hope you get the concept behind this BTC. Let me hear from you in the comment section, please, guys. Let me hear from you in the comment section. What's your view? Okay, Olaya is saying it is clear and he understands, right? Lawyer is saying he understands. Somebody saying he understands. Let me hear from you guys. You're on this call, right? Let me hear from you. Are you doing anonymous on YouTube as well? Let me hear from you. Do you get this concept? How was the class in general? Let me get your feedback. Do you enjoy the class? Did you learn anything meaningful? Was it clear? Do we need to do better? Is there something we need to work on? Are we wrong as well? There's room for criticism as well. Can criticize, right? It's just to get better, literally. So you feel me? So let me hear from you. While you are trying to type whatever is on your mind, that will be all for now. And I hope we have a successful trading week. I'll drop the details about how the account challenge is going to go. Right, I'll drop the details about how the account challenge is going to go. Do you guys, if you want us to do that account challenge, let me see you. Let me see you sending love emojis. Like, let me see you tapping those love emojis. I want to see you tapping those love emojis. If you want us to, if you want to, how do I call it now? If you want us to do that account challenge, let me see you tapping those love emojis. If you want us to do that account challenge, let me see you tapping those love emojis. If you want us to do the account challenge, right? If you want us to do the account challenge, let me see you typing those love emojis. Oh, if you don't even want to chat under, if you don't want to chat, if you check the right hand side, you see a space there. If you don't want us to chat, if you don't want to chat, tap the love emoji, right? If you don't want to chat, tap the love emoji. If you don't want to chat, tap the love emoji. Tap the love emoji. Let me see you. Okay, that will be all for now, guys. I wish us a profitable trading week in Christ Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Bye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, very, very important, right? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to. Or do you have any other questions, guys? Do you have any other questions? Maybe I can wait a few minutes more. Do you have any other questions before we call it a day? Do you have any other questions? Do you guys have any question? I don't know why some people are just trying to form anonymous here on call. I don't know. God is watching you. Do you have any questions, guys? Does anyone have any question before we call it a day? Do you have any question, any observation, any idea, anything at all? Anything at all? Just send it in. Just send it in, right? Any question, any observation, anything at all? Let me hear from you. So I'm ending this call in 20 seconds. So this week I want us to trade I want us very, very intentional, right? I want us very, very intentional in our trades this week. I want us very, 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 very intentional. God is going to help us. Sincerely. God's going to help us. No, you all know trading is not, it's not a child's play, right? So bye, guys. I wish us a profitable trading week, right? Sincerely, I want us to make the most this week. God is with us, right? Bye, guys. Send this video to every beginner trading. Let them watch this analysis. Let them learn, right? Send it to, repost the link, copy the link from this post, post it, right? Let people see it and actually like learn. Share it to your loved ones. I wouldn't take you 18. You are learning, right? We're all learning together. So you're learning basically, and it doesn't take you anything to be able to share what you've learned with somebody else too. The fight is against poverty, not your brothers, bro. So bye, guys.